Many of these could be accomplished tomorrow because they start with words like begin, or seek, or investigate, or improve, or continue, or initiate, or examine. All of those things could be done tomorrow. These are not specific, measurable goals for our superintendent, district, and board. We talk about here having our students stretch to have everybody take IB courses. I think we should stretch ourselves and be a little more ambitious in the goals we set for this year, and set the standard higher.
And I was
set the bar higher.
and you didn't bring that up at the goal setting session, why it's coming up now, and you didn't provide any input in that direction the entire evening.
I'm shocked to hear you say that after I had a list of 20. In any case, I want to make a motion.
Some of those were incorporated in here. We have a motion on the table.
Right. Motion governance number 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make a motion to amend that.
Okay.
I have a couple for each of the districts. Well, one each for the board superintendent in the district. I'll start with the district. My motion is to amend by adding the following district goal. While holding the West Morris Regional High School District total budget constant, increase the average amount spent per Mendham High School student and decrease the average amount spent for West Morris Central High School student such that the average per student amount spent at each high school is equal.
You have a copy of that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make that one.
This one? Oh, no, we have a second. So,
I can read it again if you want. And I have a copy of it. I have a copy of it, Mary. I have to write it down.
in the future, when you have motions typed up, if you could make a copy for everybody, it would be helpful.
I do have a copy for everybody.
Could you help them out?
Yeah, sure. Right, the motion I just made is
Number 4?
there's 4, yeah, number 4.
Are you making numbers 1, 2, and 3 as well, or?
Not at this time. After we vote on this one, I will.
Discussion?
Yes, this motion sounds like a budget goal to me, and we're going to be doing budget goals soon.
Discussion? Did you put this on budget goals?
We haven't done budget goals yet.
No, I know, because we've heard it's budget goals.
We take in whatever suggestions we have, we discuss them, and then determine. If you recall last year, we tried to get the budget goals down to a workable, a workable goal with giving ourselves some leeway to meet them rather than being really specific.
I also have a question. Again, I don't know anything about this, but does this mean that the average amount spent per Mendham high school student is currently less than that of the average central student?
The answer is yes, and I haven't looked for a long time.
Discretionary spending is identical, but things like the facilities are different. You have different costs of maintenance. The teaching staff is a little bit different. We don't have identical bodies in each school. And so if the staff is a little bit more experienced or older over at Central, the salaries are a little bit higher. So there are some differences.
Okay.
But for the discretionary,
So there's just a
transportation,
ton of factors going into it.
I'm sorry.
There's just a ton of different factors going into it that,
Yeah.
for whatever reason,
But the
it
money,
doesn't necessarily mean that central students are getting a better education.
no.
Okay.
And looking at Jamie's motion number 3 in
I haven't
there,
made any other
the U.S.
motions
News
yet.
and World Report rankings, and New Jersey monthly rankings, Mendham consistently ranks above Central. Any other discussion? All in favor of Jamie's motion number 4?
Aye.
Sue, what was that? Yes. Opposed?
Aye.
Aye. Abstentions? Motion fails.
I'd like to move to amend the superintendent's goals by adding the following superintendent goal. Increase West Morris Regional High School District graduates, college admissions acceptances to institutions of higher learning by a weighted average amount to be determined by this board at its October 18, 2010 meeting. Such average amount to be weighted based on the 2010 college rankings published by U.S. News and World Report.
I'll second. It's number 3.
Right.
Discussion.
This means, this would imply that we're going to have our students apply to certain schools whether they want to or not. They can't be accepted at them if they don't apply to them. I believe it's their choice where they apply.
Yeah, that is sure, right. And it, I guess, presumes that students apply to any best school for themselves.
I just wanted to say on something like this, especially since we're going through the application process as of now. I don't know exactly how you go about this the amendment to the motion, but I think going along with this, there would have to be more options available to students, because when it comes to those higher educations, and especially the Ivy Leagues and programs such as that, it's a lot about your connections and your availability to get into that. And I know from when I first entered the board, Mr. Muscatello was talking to me about certain connections which board members had, and I think if you want to propose a program like this, I think it needs to be made available to students to have connections with people, to have interviews, and to have a more comprehensive system before they apply. To simply say that they are going to apply to these higher institutions is not possible if they don't have the resources to do so. So I think, I don't know if that'd be amended to the motion, if that would be after this, but...
No, I think it's a great idea. I'm hoping this will lead to programs like that by our superintendent and our district. Fantastic.
Any other discussion?
Along those lines, then how do you select board members by their connections?
Well, along those lines, the Communications Committee, working with Anthony, we are working on establishing an alumni database. We will be reaching out to community members, parents, people in the district, asking them, would you be willing to support our students by, becoming a member of our database, indicating where you went to school, undergraduate, graduate, the years your major, the years you earned your degree. Would you be interested? Would you have a phone conversation with the student? Would you be willing to sit down and share your experiences with the student? Would you be willing possibly to meet with them, get to know them, and write a letter of recommendation? That's coming out soon, and we're very excited about it, and we feel like it'll be one more tool to assist you in your college application process, and I'm hoping you use it. Would you?
Is this what we talked about this last year in the communication meetings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. It's moving along.
So it sounds like this is a communications committee goal, not necessarily a superintendent goal.
Ooh, start there. And then grant. And we could do an analysis with the database that we're bringing. Where our kids are applying, where are they getting? We really want to see where they go. And a lot of times they're completing with a significant money offer. Then they follow the money, which in this economy makes enormous sense. But it may be nice to do an analysis and maybe, I don't know, how do you feel about that? Do you want to have communications or suggestions and guidance?
It's up to the board. I think that The item that we're working on right now is underway. We'll have that finished in a little while. This motion is very different.
This is very specific and it includes determining a weight
Yeah.
based on the U.S. News and World Report college rankings.
I almost like the idea of scratching out the word increase and putting in the word analyze. Analyze the preferences, where they're assigned, and how we compare to other ideas, where they're assigned, where they're going. Be an interesting exercise.
Interesting exercise doesn't necessarily make a good first goal.
Right. Yeah.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
You say yes on this one.
Opposed? Aye. Abstention? Motion passed.
I'd like to move to amend superintendent's goals to have a second goal, well, an additional goal, as follows. By June 30th, 2011, implement a comprehensive and systematic annual confidential survey of students' parents about district performance.
Second?
Second.
Discussion.
Is this legal?
Good question.